Hi. Hello.
Oh, well, hello.
There's something cheesy going on.
Yeah, there's a song where they used to say the cheese stands alone. The cheese stands alone. Well, I don't stand alone right now. I got Wendy and Chad with me, so we're not standing alone at all.
You look like
You
you're
got
sitting
two
down.
Wendy's.
What's going
I
on,
think
everybody?
Hey, how did the pirate get his ship for so cheap?
How?
It was on sale.
Oh dear! Wow, we are starting off Friday with a nice pirate joke. Arg, that fooled me.
Arr,
So
since you
we got
said-
Chad. We got Chad here tonight. Me and Chad have a coffee chat actually coming up here soon. So this is cool that we're actually talking to each other tonight. I haven't really talked to you before in person, so this is neat. I love this.
Yeah. Nice to meet you guys in digital.
Yeah. So what's going on, everybody? It's Friday. Chad, where are you at? Where are you at again? What part of the world are you in?
Igloo.
I'm in central Canada.
Oh, wow. Okay, Canadian. Very cool. Love it. Never been to Canada before, but always wanted to go. I just never been up there before. So
Yeah, it's much the same.
yeah, I bet. Wendy, what's going on? What do you say?
It's a place. Maggie's here in the comments. Lurky,
Yes.
yay, Maggie.
Maggie right up
in the background.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say is Maggie? Is Maggie right up? Is Maggie right upstairs or next to you?
She's in the other room.
I love it. Yankuba Yada says hello, Wendy. How are you doing?
Yay.
And yes.
I'm trying to see if we're actually live on LinkedIn because it's been so glitchy. I had to go to YouTube so I could comment on the 344 show. Trevor can't join us today. He has a family thing going on, but I did the circumvention and I went to YouTube to watch it so that I could comment because you can't comment or reply. It doesn't function on mobile on LinkedIn. LinkedIn isn't broadcasting sometimes. It looks like we're live. Yay. But then I had to go through Facebook for Tanya's What's Your Story because LinkedIn is so dysfunctional on the phone. But we're live with a lag.
Yeah. I think I've noticed that. Yeah, this week has been so crazy with the app because I use the app a lot too. So like, I've noticed that like sometimes I've opened up the app and it's just frozen. I had to restart the whole thing. Sometimes I've been looking through my news feed and I've been seeing people's posts from 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, that's weird. Why is this showing up on my news feed like 3 weeks ago posts? Like I'm like, this is odd. So, yeah, a lot of craziness going on. They don't know
what to do with us because it's not just a resume business site anymore. They're like, what's going on?
Yeah. And one of my contacts, one of my clients actually, but a friend of mine too on here. Her name is Nancy Rogers Mason. Give her a shout out. She just announced today that she got a job, so that's exciting. She's taken down her green banner, and she worked with me on all our jam sessions together, which was awesome. And she was having some issues too this week. LinkedIn sent her an email saying they were permanently banning her account because her name wasn't matching her married name or something like that. So she had to send in paperwork and all this stuff, and then she got it back. So it's a lot of craziness going on.
Facebook crap. They took one of mine away once, and I had to prove I was prepared with national television and international publications to prove that was an entity that I am. Anyhow, speaking of banning, I was cut off. They shut down my YouTube channel, not Taming Your Tension, but the Happier, Healthier Humans one. I got that notification on Sunday, and I was like, what? There's barely any videos. It must have been the QR I used on the restream for Yay Day. I don't know what. They never told me what. But after a couple of emails, I got it reinstated because I, of course, did not violate any of the community guidelines in any way whatsoever. But that was scary.
Yeah, I guess when I start doing some lives and things, I gotta really read what the terms and conditions are with these sites, because I'm telling you, I've heard a lot of people who've gotten like Their channel's banned for things. Some of them have played copyrighted music in the background and got banned for things. Like there's a lot of things that, like, yeah, they really crack down on, and you really got to know what they are.
Like, was it when I was playing Ren and Stimpy or the Jetsons on my phone? Was that it?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't think that's it.
No, because they mean it for people that like play the whole episode, through their phone, not someone that's talking about it like we do sometimes.
Exactly.
But it's scary, and it's a good reminder to keep backups of your content because it could disappear.
Exactly. Exactly.
So get on my email list.
What'd you say, Chad?
That's why I use licensed material, so I don't run into that issue.
What do you mean licensed materials? Like in terms of what?
Videos.
It's resource subscription stuff. So you get a membership, and it gives you the license across the board on everything that's on that site. So there's a bunch of different ones online for like images, video, music, all kinds of stuff. So
you can use copyrighted music.
No, I can't use you can't use mainstream stuff. So
that's what I thought.
I just stay away from it. So I get all the licensed stuff through the library that I pay for, right? So and it's got so much stuff in there. Like you'll never get to the end of it.
What videos do you just so like? I mean, obviously, I know we've communicated on LinkedIn and stuff like that. I don't know a ton about you, to be honest with you, so pardon me on that. But like, do you make a lot of video? Like, do you make your own videos? I mean, I know you were kind of on the job search too. Are you still kind of looking for jobs right now? Or are you making videos, or what are you kind of doing these days?
Still job searching. Just creating on the side as much as I can. Reached out to some past network people that I knew, and just offered to do some stuff for them. So doing stuff for friends and not really getting paid at this point, but doing a little bit of stuff, right? Getting paid a little bit, but it's slowly coming. Just start somewhere. I just wanted to keep creating, so I was reaching out to people to have something to create using their material.
That's cool.
Right? So.
Yeah, Wendy just posted
filling my portfolio. So yeah, it just keeps me busy in the meantime to keep adding to my portfolio, right? So up the chances for that position, right? So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Wendy just posted your link if anyone wants to check it out, chadharris.design. Wendy also said to get on the list for happier, healthier humans. So I'm sure we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight too. And I will say that creativity is probably not my strong suit when it comes to like editing videos or I've never used Restream before. Like I'm just using Zoom and things like that for like my chats. I want to create more content. I want to do things. I just never really learned how to do all this stuff. And I feel like if I'm going to do content, I might need to hire somebody to help me edit videos and do things and stuff like that, just because I probably don't want to do it myself. I'd rather just have somebody do it for me.
Yeah, I need help. I'm like, I want to do so much more with that, make shorts and this, that, and other, but we all only have so many hours in the day. And, there's rent to pay and things. And on that note, let me just.
I'm always open to help. So if you guys need help, let me know. That's what I'm here for.
All right. Appreciate that.
I do.
Yeah, for sure.
There it is. You can help me right here and double your dollars with this Venmo link. Here is message number 1, a word from our sponsors, Happier, Healthier Humans, taming your tensions. When you work with Wendy, you can enjoy less pain and more energy for life.
Yes. Ding. And when ding, ding, ding. And when you work with Wendy, you both become friendies. There you go.
Melissa Houston put up, that post about your name and what does your name mean? And I was like, chocolate Frosties with fries to dip in.
Speaking of Melissa Houston, somebody, I forgot who said they were going to be on her thing, on her chat tomorrow or something. And somebody posted it in the Hotness Unleasher group we were in. I forgot who it was, but somebody's going to be on her show tomorrow. On her audio.
For brain farts. And I help with brain fog. Not at this hour.
I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I know it's somebody. And somebody's going to get. Yeah.
I'm thinking of moving Yay Day earlier.
I'd be okay with that. Well, I mean, it's 9 o'clock here, so I mean, it's later out here, but like, it's quiet now. My daughter goes to bed around 7:30, so like, I'm able to jump on easy. So, but yeah, I mean, earlier works too if you want to do that.
I don't have that client anymore that was blocking me from doing it earlier before. So first I was thinking at 4 p.m. Pacific, which would be 7 Eastern, but that's when Brian and Aaron do their thing. So now I'm playing with maybe just an hour earlier, which might make it easier for the East Coast and a little easier for more people to show up. I don't know. Maybe I guess I should do a survey, huh? One of those polls.
Yeah. Do a poll maybe or something like that. And Morgan says, ready to become friendies with everyone on this list. I love that. That'd be the word of the day. Friendies. I like that.
Amber will be on Melissa's show. There we go. Thank you, D, because I'm scrolling the events list here on LinkedIn and it's not showing me shit. I'm like, thank you.
Yes. And speaking of Amber, I just before I got into our stream here, Amber posted a video tonight about how she is starting her own writing and photography company, I think she said, and it's called Golden Graphs LLC. So shout outs to Amber for taking the jump to entrepreneurship and starting her own thing, and excited to learn more about that as she talks about it in the next couple of days or so. So
wonderful.
Cool. Yeah. So Chad, because you're on here, like, I know you're open to work in between jobs. I probably should know this by now because I see you post things on Social Saturday and stuff like that. But what do you look like? So what are you looking for in a job? Like, what are you kind of looking to do next? What are some of the positions you're looking for?
Graphic design, video animation, that sort of thing. Those are sort of that's my niche right now. Not really into the print stuff, but I know how to do it. But probably just something remote, so I don't have to leave the comfort of my house.
Okay, is it harder
part-time as well? So to begin, I got some disability stuff, so I got a bit of a cushion there because of that. Some injuries, so so I get half disability and then part-time, so that evens me out where I need to be.
Okay, so you're looking for something you could do remote, something part-time. Maybe we'll have to talk about doing a spotlight post for you one of these days and just try to help out where we can. I'm always open to things and trying to help where I can. So we can talk offline before our coffee chat, or I don't remember where our coffee chat is. I think it's next week or so.
I think it's next week. I was just checking my calendar, looking for that. So that's why I jumped on here today too. I wanted to ask you when that was.
Yeah, I'll pull it up my calendar somewhere on there. I got to get to my inbox tonight too and respond to some things, and so that's cool. So graphic design. That's I was thinking with something like that. It's probably harder to find something full time. I feel like a lot of graphic design jobs are probably like contract based. Am I correct about that? Like maybe they need somebody for certain projects and that's it.
No, there's a lot of firms that hire remote. I think remote's a thing now ever since COVID, right? So Maggie works from the office right next door to me too. So she works from home. Ever since COVID came to town, she has been working from home. So
gotcha.
It's an advantage from that. So
sure.
Yeah.
And awesome. Okay, we'll talk more about that. That's we'll talk more about what you're looking to do and see how I can help in any way. So we'll go from there. And Wendy just posted a message to the Hotness Unleashed show group. If anyone's watching, if anyone saw that message, join on, come on here, hang out with us tonight. We're having a good time. Probably we'll take the cheese off here. Oh geez, I got a fro going here. All right, put this back on here. There we go. There we go. So
Martin
Tanya's in the house.
Gave us some flames, some volts of energy, and a rocket ship. Yay!
Yes, whoever that is. I don't know who that is. LinkedIn user, whoever that is, please.
It's Martin, our friend Martin, that's been on the show with us before.
Oh, it's Martin. I don't know why it says LinkedIn user. That's interesting. Usually I see his name pop up.
Yeah, it's popping up on LinkedIn, but not, glitchy. Hey, Tanya's in the house. Yay. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya, what's your story? Yes. Oh, cheesehead in the house. Yes, exactly. We're having fun tonight. It's Friday night. What's the weather like up in Canada this time of year, Chad?
It's pretty mild right now. Actually, it's not too bad. It's about 0 degrees.
Okay.
So yeah, Celsius.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, so quite warm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't know when I was talking. So when I was I don't remember how we found each other, how we met each other necessarily on on LinkedIn, because a lot of times we just I don't remember everybody I met, but then I remember you and Maggie talking to me, and then I didn't realize that you guys were. Oh, look at that dog in the house. I didn't know you and Maggie were actually together until I found that out, and I was like, oh, well, that's fun. Look, I've been talking to both of you guys, and yeah, it's just a small world,
Sometimes probably even sitting right on the couch next to one another.
Yeah, we kind of upped our game on LinkedIn together, so good support on both sides.
Okay, don't knock things over.
Yeah, it's been. Oh, Maggie says we're going down to -22 by next week.
Ooh,
wow.
I remember that one. I think it's cold at 40 here.
Oh, yeah, that's nothing.
Wow.
It's
like
minus
4 dogs
here.
trying to knock the screen over.
Gotcha.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And it's time for a bad dad joke break. Yay! What should we say?
Let's see what you got.
Why do dads take an extra pair of socks when they play golf?
Because they have a hole in one.
In case they get a hole in one. Yay!
That's really sad. That's really sad that I've heard enough dad jokes. I just thought about the answer to that one. I didn't even hear that one before.
I read them and I'm like, oh, know that one. I know that one. We've done that one on the show. Oh, yeah. Jamie told that one last week. Yep. Oh, oops. Up. You got to up our game.
Tanya says your dog has the same energy as you.
That's what he hears my energy, and that's why he gets up in my face in the videos or on phone calls or things, because the energy is infectious. You think it's infectious through this thing? Yeah. That's the top comment I get is your smile is contagious, your energy is infectious. I'm like, well, imagine being in the same room with me. That's what Julie Morey said after we had our in real life, LinkedIn connection. She was like, and her energy's just like it seems. That's me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, you always got to bring a lot of energy, and it's awesome. So, I think we need to get Maggie on camera.
Come on, you can just sneak up behind Chad, give him bunny ears.
That'll be the first. That'll be the first person. Yeah, go ahead. Tell Maggie to get on down here.
I have a lot of energy right now because I crashed earlier because I'm struggling financially. So I was, I'm running these specials, and I should put one on screen right now, but I'm running the specials and trying to raise some money. So, and then I just passed out and had to have a nap. So now I've got extra energy because I had a nap.
There you go. I'm sorry to hear things are still kind of tough on your end, and I see all the promoting you're doing of your Happy Holiday Humans, your T3 toolbox. You're getting yourself out there, and you're always creating great videos every day. And yeah, I mean, you're doing the right things to stay active and get yourself out there. It's just very tough right now.
I mean, it's incredible. My rates are going up in Q3, and folks need to remember that those niggling little pains are more important than you think, because the pains that you're feeling right now are what lead to the very expensive procedures you're going to face years down the road if you don't address them now. And that's why it's so important. People are like, oh, I'll just take some ibuprofen. And then they keep going and going, and the deterioration accumulates. And look what we've got here. We've got to change the screen somehow. Woo! How do we make them at the top?
Yes.
Make them at the top. Can I?
And ladies and gentlemen, this is a first for the Yay Day show. It's two people on camera at the same time.
And dogs and everything. And there we go. Here we go. I can't. There we go.
There you go. What's going on, Maggie?
Yay!
I think you're on mute.
Yeah, if you're on mute.
Can't hear you.
You guys are on mute.
There we go.
There we go.
I said Chad pulled me from the couch, and yes, we have all kinds of things going on in the igloo here today. Dogs.
Yes.
You know?
But you are here. Oh, Tiffany says the cheese hat. Yes, Tiffany. I admit I am. I've lived in Illinois my whole life, but I grew up a Green Bay Packers fan, which is very interesting. My family probably wants to disown me because of it, but yes, that's why I have the cheese hat here because a big Packers fan. We're all about the cheese up there. So, yes. And Tanya says I'm gonna say goodnight. I'm in here visiting my mom. I won't be in Kristen's class in the morning. Wendy, you are doing great work. I agree. Well said.
Thank you very much.
Well said. Good night, Tanya. Have a good night. And
referral bonus for anyone that sends me a client right now, folks. Earn some money for yourself and help me pay my bills.
Hey, wow. That's impressive.
Seriously.
Tanya, tell your mom we all said hi.
Yay, enjoy SF. You're so close, and yet I can't go see you.
Wait, oh yeah, you guys are close to each other. That's right.
Yes. One of these days we're going to get together because she'll be driving up to see her daughter, and she'll come right up 5, which goes through Sacramento, and we're going to get together then.
That's right. You're in Sacramento. That's right. How far is Sacramento from Los Angeles? Far, right?
It's farther. From San Francisco, it's only a couple hours, depending on traffic. And
okay.
If I was signed up for Lyft again, I would probably go pay her a visit. But they have to redo my background check and stuff. And I'm waiting. I won't drive my current car there. Would cost too much because the gas mileage isn't quite as good. It's better for the mountains and the snow, all-wheel drive, but not so much driving around the city.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll be in LA at the end of March, so I didn't know how far all my California connections are. If anybody's in the area or whatnot, I would love to meet up. And
early March or late March?
End of March. March 28th to April 4th.
Oh, so I could take a birthday trip to LA if I wanted to, or if I could, if I decide to.
Yes.
Right? We've got all those birthdays coming up we talked about last week.
That's right. Yep. Chad, when is your and Maggie's birthdays?
Next week? No.
Maggie's on Thursday.
The day it drops to -22, it's happy birthday to me. Yeah,
oh,
the 23rd. Chad's the 28th.
Wow.
Wait, you guys February 23rd and February 28th?
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty cool. All right.
Just a couple of ginger Pisces here.
Yeah.
Yes. Just a couple GPs in the house, that's all. Ginger Pisces. I love it. So Maggie, what are you up to? What are you up to these days? And what are you doing? I know we've talked. You've been so supportive of me. I just feel like I don't know you very well. So what are you up to these days?
I am working my butt off. I work for a logistics company here in Canada, big transportation company, and I'm in customer service. I have some big clients, and I've just recently been offered a new role, and I'm going to have even bigger clients. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's kind of cool because I am going to be on a 4-on 4-off rotation, which I've not done in years. So I'll be leaving the Monday to Friday life and going to the 4-on 4-off, and I think it'll be really cool. But I am working 12-hour shifts. That's going to be a little daunting at first. But hey, I work from home. I'm so blessed to be able to work from home because our office is based out of Calgary. I mean, we have several terminals, but I work out of the Calgary terminal in Alberta, and I'm 4 hours away, and they've gracefully said, yes, I can stay working remote, and they like me, and I'm glad they like me, and it's going well. So it'll be nice to have a different pace because Monday to Friday, I get burned out. It's not too bad right now, but when there's crazy stuff going on, like weather events, and right before Christmas, it was nuts. We had snowstorms everywhere, and most of my clients are retail based, so it was just, it was a lot. So good things are happening. Yeah.
Good. I love it. Love to see success going on. And yes, you're 4 days, 3 off basically is what you're gonna be doing. And That's logistics is a big industry. My brother is a director for a logistics company out in Florida, and he loves it, and he's been doing it for a while now. And it's a big industry. There's always a need for it. When I used to work at the bank as a manager, I can't tell you how many accounts I opened for truck drivers who were starting their own like trucking companies and things like that, and trying to get 2 or 3 trucks to start, and then I don't know, a lot of them end up folding, but it's just, I see a lot of that stuff, a lot of truck companies and things like that. It's a big industry.
I used to work for a Freightliner dealership before that, and in the service area. I mean, I did multiple things with that company, but where I ended was in service. And you see these poor guys come in and they find out there's all these problems with their $200,000 truck, and you have to pay so much more, and it's it can be gainful, but it's also really costly as well if luck isn't always on your side.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can understand that. Who said, hey, Jamie and Wendy? Who is that LinkedIn user? Is that Martin?
Angelia, yay, welcome. Hello. I'm glad I finally got this, different chat places worked out so that I can look and see now. It was so confusing at first. It took me weeks and weeks to get it all together, and a bunch of crashing in the middle too, right, Jamie?
Yes. Oh yeah. We had some fun times for sure. We have. It's always been a experiment on here. Is that Angelia Sloan?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Angelia just updated her LinkedIn banner tonight, and I commented on it. It really looks good. So you did a great job on Canva.
Oh,
I love Canva. I love Canva because it makes people like me who can only draw stick figures and have no sort of creativity whatsoever. I can even do things on there. And I know probably Chad's rolling his eyes because he's a graphic designer probably, and he's like, Canva's just so noobish. Which I get that probably is for a lot of people. But yeah, I like it. I don't know. Makes it easier for me.
Yeah,
I know a lot of
software is complicated and it's hard to learn. So it's nice to have that kind of stuff for people that are.
It is. But I know people who are professional obviously can do a lot more with things. I mean, my pitch deck for my company for my coaching sessions was made through Canva, which somebody worked on for me and did a really good job of it. But you do graphic design, so I know you do graphic design. Do you know anything about building websites or not really?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I've built some sites as well, so it's not really my area of expertise, but I can do it. Yeah. Okay.
I just asked because that's my next thing is trying to get a cheap site up for my coaching sessions and just put something together, and it's going to make it easier for me than having to send my deck to every single person that asks me on LinkedIn because I can't send it through mobile because the file's too big and it doesn't let you send them through like a file size doesn't let you send it through LinkedIn Messenger. So I have to get their email, send it that way. I'd rather just have a website where I can just tell people go to jamsessionswithjamie.com. check out my stuff there, make the payment there, and sign up for a session there. Like that's be the easiest way. I just don't have one yet. So.
I can help you set up.
Probably best to use a site builder like Wix or Squarespace or Weebly or like one of those. They're really easy to just DIY your own website for a low cost, like maybe $20-30 a month or something like that. So.
And just link to Canva.
And then you just put all your own content on there and your links and set it up and. Takes time, but you'll probably never perfect it. You'll always be changing it, but it's very user friendly, I would say. Okay, good to know. I'll have to check out some stuff. I need pointers. I can reach out to either. Wendy said the same thing too. Yes. So
I've got some simple solutions to get started with until you get a website. My websites are all a mess. But who cares? Because I've got my opt-in and my payments down. I can take payments. I don't care about the damn websites right now.
That's what's important.
Payments, so I can fix the websites.
Right. Yep. Very cool. Awesome. So what else we got going on? Anybody? What else going on new with you, Wendy? You working tomorrow?
Yep. I've got REI this weekend. My retail therapy. A little bit of a break from the.
Sure.
Yeah. Better to have some focus there, and then back to the clients and getting clients and and building in public. And
Wendy, where do you work retail?
REI, Recreational Equipment Incorporated. It's a co-op since 1938.
Nice.
REI.com.
They make a lot of outdoor stuff, things like that. It's really cool. They have all sorts of outdoor apparel and all sorts of things.
Yep, and rentals, making the outdoors accessible for all. Yes, we have rentals and outfitting for camping and action sports and footwear and, all different levels. Some people that are, serious mountaineers and some people that are just, walking the dog or taking a trip somewhere. They come in with their lists. We had a bunch of Girl Scouts the other day. It was kind of fun to be getting them all outfitted for their adventures. And really makes me want to get this recurring revenue machine built so I can go have some adventures of my own and take my LinkedIn show on the road.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody tries to do as a coach, right? Or starting your own business, right? It takes some time to get going, but yeah, the ultimate goal is to get people to buy into what you're doing, and it's just tough right now. It's not just you, it's tough for. I mean,
I know.
It's tough for a lot of things. It's tough because, people are looking for, there's so many coaches out there, so many different things out there, and a lot of things going on. And sometimes people won't even see your posts when you're trying to talk about things like, I don't have any jam I have one jam session coming up next week, and that's pretty much it at this point, right? I mean, actually, this was a pretty good week this week, actually. I was probably like 7 of them, actually. It wasn't too bad. So, but one next week, and that's it. So, just got to keep getting out there and trying to talk to people and just seeing how it goes. There's some, like I said,
it's a lull period too. This is when so many people have dropped off of their resolutions and their, New Year gung ho, and it fizzles out by mid-February. And
very true.
So I'm putting together the masterclass training, the TYT 3x3. That is 3 days of just video on March 1, 2, 3. And then on 3/3, I'll open up the 21-day challenge that launches the week of 3/6. So each week we do Move, Meal, Mind, and the Wise Way formula. So it's a quick and easy way for people to get in for just $99. It includes the quarter of the T3 Community Collective, which I'm still trying to, pump up and get going, but it's hard when you're spread so thin and wearing all the hats, and it's like we'll get there when we get there, because together we're building a world of happier, healthier humans, and change never happens as fast as we want it to, does it?
No,
no matter what we're trying to do.
Yeah, and speaking of, like, I know we were talking about earlier about speaking up about when people are struggling out there, or they're having trouble paying bills and things like that. We were talking about that, like, you're trying to get clients, right? So you can get things going, you can enjoy adventures, you can pay bills, things like that. Somebody made a comment that they made a comment on their LinkedIn saying, like, how people who are looking for jobs, don't when you vent and you talk about how you're so depressed with the job search, and it's not, and I made a comment saying, it should be, don't stop trying to silence people who are looking for jobs. Like, it's hard enough to find a job as it is. People just want to be heard sometimes. As someone who's hired people for 12 years, I've never judged anybody on LinkedIn where if somebody says, "Oh, I'm struggling to do this," or, I don't know how I'm going to pay my monthly bill, this job search process has been crazy. Like, I don't judge anybody. Like, that's real life situation, and anybody who's called out a company about, because their job searching process is, they're ghosting people and things like that. Like, that stuff needs to be shouted out. Like, people need to be held accountable. And then I made my post yesterday where I held up a sign that said, job seekers shouldn't be silenced, or stop silencing job seekers. And, like, a lot of people were commenting on it. It blew up. I didn't think, I didn't never know when something's going to happen like that, right? But just the amount of support from people, and seeing people who are looking for jobs saying, like, thanks for speaking up on this. Like, it's important, we should be able to have a voice. Like, companies don't want you to say things, or they don't want you to, talk about their process, because they just don't want it to get out there that they're doing the things that shouldn't be happening. Right.
Right.
And and we shouldn't be quiet about things when we're struggling, because sometimes we don't have family or friends to talk to, and we use LinkedIn as a place for us to express ourselves. So, I was just totally against that. And, the person ended up blocking me on LinkedIn because my comment was getting so many engagement on their post. But that happens sometimes. I just don't like to see those type of things, because I know there's people who all have stories out there. And if we don't speak up and let it know and ask for help when we need it, like, it's only hurting ourselves. Like, we should be able to speak up and not worry about what other people think. So,
like my dad always told me, don't ask, don't get.
It's true. It's true. You should never feel ashamed. Like, to ask, don't get. You should never feel ashamed if you don't have a job, to use whatever services you have available to you, whether it's unemployment for 4, 5, 6 months if you have it available, whether it's food stamps, whether it's programs that you have available. I mean, my mom raised 5 of us on her own, and she was on food stamps, and I know how much it came in handy to her. And, there was times when we go to the store and she almost was kind of embarrassed, because back then the food stamps were long. They were like long pieces of paper things, right? And people could see them when you were using them. So my mom would be a little embarrassed because she didn't want other people to notice it. But I was like, me, the oldest child, I was like, Mom, you know what? Like, this is what's supporting us. Like, we need to use it. Like, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, that's what it's available for. Now I know they have like cards and things like that you can use, which makes it easier. But
Right.
yeah. You should never silence yourself. Always use your voice when you have to. And to those who have jobs, and recruiters who have jobs and they're telling people not to use their voices, like, I hope you're never on the other side of the equation, because you don't know what it's like right now for a lot of people who are looking for jobs. It's tough. People like Chad who've been looking for a long time right now, to find something part-time remote. Like, it should not be this hard. Like, I don't know. This market's just crazy. I'm just ranting on now, but I just wanted to say that.
I've even been looking at jobs lately, but then I remembered something I wish I would have remembered in September when, I was packing for Dad's funeral and my car got towed. But when you're in trauma, you don't remember things. You can't access the files of information. And because I don't have any friends or family around to remind me that you can go and rent a car with Lyft to drive for them. So then I would have had a car instantly and a way to make money. But it's so funny, like when I broke my collarbone, it was almost healed before I remembered that comfrey root is an herbal thing known as bone knit that helps the bones fuse together. But in trauma, in depression, in anxiety, in trying times like this, we often don't have access to the knowledge that we know or that's out there, which is part of why this community sharing and the community collective that I'm building and these other groups that are coming together on LinkedIn and other platforms that aren't just complaint sessions, that aren't just, social drama, that are free from the drama and distraction of social media because they're on other platforms. They're so important right now as we're in this kind of global shift period that we've entered, to help one another through these difficult times, because these difficult times aren't going anywhere.
Nope, they're not. And I'm just, I don't know,
together.
What do you say? Yeah.
We can together.
There you go. Yep. So like, I don't, at this point for me, it's like, I have my own company. Yes. I help people looking for jobs with resumes and interview practice and all that stuff. And, if I ever have to get back in the corporate world for any reason, which probably will have to happen maybe one day, like, sure, maybe some of the stuff I say and some of the things I do on LinkedIn could be rubbed the wrong way with people. But you know what? The way I look at it is that, like, if we don't say anything, change doesn't happen. And if a company's going to hold somebody accountable to say, oh, well, you're talking bad about this company because they're ghosting you, or you're talking about down on yourself, and it makes companies not want to hire you because you don't seem confident. Well, like, 2 months from now, 1 month from now, 3 weeks from now, nobody's going to remember that. Like, that's how social media is. We post something and sure, it stays on social media, but you don't remember that anymore. So like, I can't remember what I had for lunch a week ago. I mean, come on, like, it's not that big of a deal.
There's a balancing scale though. I mean, I know friends that their Facebook feeds really damaged their job search and they had to kind of like clean it up and change their name. And you have to be conscious of what you're presenting to the world. You don't necessarily have to censor yourself. You can still be expressive and open and vulnerable, but do keep in mind that, you know, this is going to be looked at by potential employers, by, you know, these other, that it's out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But I think at this point, when people are complaining about, like, when people are talking about all the ghosting things that are happening, or companies, you know, passing on all the candidates and then reposting their posts, I think at this point, people aren't getting, and people are struggling to get hired, period, as it is. Like, I think at this point, when people are being vocal, it's not even about damaging, like, worrying about what other companies are going to think at this point. It's one of those things where, like, people aren't getting hired as it is right now. People are struggling 6, 7, 8 months. Now they just want to be heard. You know, and people just want to be heard, and things like that. There was a lady today who posted an email that she got from a recruiter, or from a job, that said that and now her post is blown up because of what the email said. It was like, the typical email where it said, "Oh, we're sorry, we didn't choose you for the executive assistant position. Based on your qualifications, we decided to go another route." But then it added something to the email saying, but in case you know anybody else that would be a good fit for this role, here's the link, and have them apply to it.
I saw that.
And it said, we'll pay $100 if you can help us find somebody. And I'm like, thinking to myself, like, that's not the right time. Like, are you serious? That's not the right time to talk. You just told somebody they didn't get the job, and now you asking them to help you find somebody get the job because you weren't a good fit. Like, I don't know. You saw that post, you said, right, Maggie?
Yes. Kick someone when they're already down. Like, just give it to them. Like,
right. So I said, I'm going to take, I want to make a post with that picture or something like that. Cause it's just not, like I said, that's just another thing I've never seen before. And I'm like, wow, like that's really a slap to the face right there. So
that's unwise hiring practice too, because, you know, someone's going to refer someone that's not going to be a good fit, that ends up costing the company money, because, you know, when they have to wade through all of these other crap applications, you know, someone that's jilted could just, you know, like, spam the link, spread it to all their friends, and have like a whatever they call it, the, you know, pop-up or whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
Group. So
that
it floods their inbox, right?
Scams out there.
Yes, there are
not
a lot
smart.
of scams.
Not kind, not smart.
Come at me and tell me that they want to hire me, and then I go look at their LinkedIn profile and they got 1 follower. I'm like, you know, it's there's lots of them. I've probably been hit probably a dozen times by scam jobs.
Yeah, there's a lot of it out there. You have to be careful. Yeah, I mean, speaking of scams, you got to be careful on LinkedIn right now. I mean, it's like, I get connections from people all the time where, like, they're like, "Oh, you know, you seem like a nice professional on here. You know, I'd love to get to know how we can collaborate together." And when I look at their profile, right, 4 followers, and their thing says they're living in Florida, but their job history says they're in Singapore or something like that. And I'm like, okay, something's not adding up here.
Sports team that's in, like, you know, some.
Or they call you a busy lady.
Language.
Yes. Wow, you brought that back. Yes, somebody called me a busy. Yes, somebody said I'm busy lady. That's right. Yes, I remember that post. Yes, that was pretty funny. And yes, I made something about that. So I guess I am a busy lady. Someone called me a female. I'm like, what? Just because my name is Jamie, you call me a female? Okay, fine. So that's funny. Yeah, usually when you have those scams, you talk to those people, and then they say, "Oh, would you be okay with taking this LinkedIn relationship offline to WhatsApp?" And you're like, "No, I'm not actually. I do all my stuff on here." And then they get mad at you, and then they block you. So it's like, okay.
You got to watch email too. I've been getting, because my one email that's on my LinkedIn, I've been getting these mysterious, you know, doc sign emails, but they're not, you know, they want me to click it as if it's a doc sign, but I know that I don't have any documents to sign, so I'm not clicking it. But folks, be careful. Okay, be careful. Check that email address. Check to see who it was sent from before you go clicking that crap.
Right.
Yep. Look for emails that are misspelled correctly, or if it looks like Chase. Yeah, if it looks like a bank's asking you to sign into. What do you say?
The underscore as well. Look out for the underscore.
Yeah.
You can have the exact same name with an underscore hidden in there.
Oh, the fake accounts,
especially like social media contests and stuff like that. Fake accounts get made up all the time, and they try to get people's information.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's real. I mean, you know, I was just sending money today, to somebody, friend of mine through Zelle, through my bank or whatever, and yeah, it used to never give you it used to never give you a warning when you were sending money. Now, before you can even send a message, it asks you to read 3 different things and then accept that you read it, and says like, make sure you know the person, because you're not going to get your money back if it's too hard to get your money back once you send it. So make sure you know the person. Look out for these type of scams, and they list like the different types of scams too, like all these different things. So you have to acknowledge that you've read it before you can send money to somebody now. So that way, companies, if you call them and you goofed up or something, they're not held liable at this point,
Maggie got a spam call from Revenue Canada on Canada Day.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Wow.
Yeah, they tried to tell me I owed them money, and it was, the government office calling me on our national holiday.
Yeah.
I
or
called
the
them
FBI.
out.
Yeah, you're the FBI. It's the FBI, and your taxes are back by 2 years. We need you to call us immediately. So yeah, it's like, okay, stop it.
Yeah.
I was born at night, but not last night,
right? Exactly. Yeah, just gotta be careful out there, and be safe out there, and social media there's so much going out there. I just got TikTok, and I'm not young enough for TikTok anymore, but you know what? I got it. Yeah, it's just short videos. I guess I kind of thought it was cool because I can take videos that I make of like my daughter or something like that, and I can actually put copyrighted music on the video because TikTok lets you do that, and then I can save the video to my phone and I can post it on LinkedIn, and they don't say anything apparently. I can put real songs in the background and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool actually. So
until it's not. One of my videos got like 520, the most responses ever. One of my walking the dog videos on TikTok. Can you guess what my TikTok account is?
Happier, Healthier Humans.
Close, but no cigar for the cheesehead.
What is it?
Taming Your Tension.
Yay, we have a winner!
Oh, man. I should have known that.
It was a good guess, though. I mean, my YouTube channels are Happier, Healthier Humans and Taming Your Tension, so it was.
Yeah, that's I have one personal one. I have one for jam sessions with Jamie actually. So I have one of those too, and I haven't decided how I'm going to use it yet. But I wanted to get as many handles on different things for my company as I could, just in case I decide to incorporate them a certain way, So you'll see. I got the website jamsessionswithjamie.com. Haven't done anything with it yet, but I have it. So yeah, like I said, we'll see how everything goes. It's just finding all the time to do everything and getting it down,
Yeah. It's brought a lot of success to many individuals, so I think it's good. I don't understand it yet. Like, I don't know what I would do with it.
I just take videos of walking my dog and I add the little heart stickers and I post it. That's it. I don't deal with any of the cutting and the captions are automatically generated, and I've even gotten lazier. I just like to put all the sparkles.
There you go.
Maybe we'll use it when we get out of this field we're in right now.
Yeah, exactly.
When there's better scenery, right?
I'd like you to start on the -22 day, your birthday, and outside without a hat or gloves. Right? No.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's frozen. No, it's not.
I actually want to do. When we get to this next big drop, I want to do that challenge everyone was doing where you go outside with a pot of hot water and throw it up in the sky, and then it all kind of freeze. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's my birthday challenge. Yeah.
Is that challenge just getting to Canada now? I think I remember seeing that like a year ago, or some people were doing that.
It's not new.
No, it's okay. I remember what other challenges do I remember out there? I remember a couple of years ago, people were doing the ice bucket challenge where they were dumping ice buckets on. Yeah, that was a long time ago. It was for ALS or whatever, something like that, and they were doing that. That was kind of cool. There was the one where that was like a couple months, maybe I think last year, maybe the year before, where people were walking up milk crates basically, and then the crates would fall,
breaking their bones.
Yeah, and those are the people. Yeah, those are the people that need taming your tension and happier, healthier humans.
No, they need a different kind of help.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, all these challenges. I'm telling you.
The hot water challenge.
Some kids were doing it. High school kids were doing it and telling their friends to do it with boiling water, and it was obviously everyone was getting injured, right? So.
Oh my.
Dumbasses. See.
That just scared me. Like, that's just
all that too, right?
Yeah, that's what scares me about having a 2-year-old daughter. Is like I don't really know what things are going to be like 10 years from now, right? And all I can do is just teach her right from wrong, and it's just
don't give her a cell phone until she's 20.
Right?
Yeah, true. She likes
on the internet. You'd be one of those dads.
Oh God, she already knows how to use my cell phone. Yeah, she already knows how to use my cell phone. She scrolls through videos, like looking for certain videos on YouTube, and she's 2 years old. I'm like, holy cow! Like these kids are growing fast. They learn so easily.
They do. They really do. And this was not how it was for us growing up. Like the kids now and everything going on. It's scary. It's crazy.
Yeah. Back in my day.
Yeah.
We didn't have none of these tablets or these smartphones. We played outside till it got dark out.
I used to remember phone numbers and have to wait while they dialed.
Right. Back in my day, we didn't have no damn stinking GPS. We had to stop at a gas station for directions and memorize. We didn't use our minds.
Oh, come on. You didn't do that. You're a man. Stop asking directions.
No, I remember that when we were younger. I remember having to print out directions on MapQuest, and having the paper on the passenger seat and pulling it up at stoplights and making sure I could remember where I had to turn left, where I had to turn right, and if I goofed up, I had to backtrack my steps.
But MapQuest did not equate in the time for things like the Holland Tunnel or the George Washington Bridge. That extra 2 hours in your ETA, it wasn't
That's true.
Enough yet.
That is very true.
App that's like this big and takes up the whole inside of your car, right?
Oh, it's too funny.
Good times. We're really going places now, guys.
Hey, that's what this is about. It's conversation that's just just fun. It's a good way to end the week,
Hey, I know, lots of laughter. It's been good. It's been good, serious and fun and funny, and dogs. And
dogs.
Need dogs. Life. There's no such thing as a good life without dogs. I will always have a dog in my life.
Yes.
3 little ones curled up here because my housemate is still away, and they've decided the other 2 have finally given up on being cold in the other bed. And now I'm barely, I'm sandwiched into my bed with these 3 little Chihuahua beans. Hot luck, 3 dog nights.
That's good. I like that. Hey, with Chicago, we're known for Chicago style hot dogs. So there you go. You got the dogs in the house. I love it.
I'm down with
Yeah.
that.
Is Canada known for? Oh, okay. I know the answer to this. Canada is known for a certain food, right? Didn't poutine come from Canada?
Yes.
Well,
Am I pronouncing that right? Poutine, is that right? Am I pronouncing it right?
French people pronounce it differently. We're from Western Canada, so it's just poutine. Yeah. You're
poutine,
good.
Okay. And it's fries with gravy on it and cheese, right?
Oh, okay.
Cheese curds and then gravy on top. Chad loves poutine.
Not just any cheese though. It's like a special kind of cheese.
Yeah.
Special cheese.
Cheese curds.
Not like
Costco sells it. Yeah. But it's not like the real poutine like from Quebec. It's a different kind of cheese than what we can even get. They have like the true good cheese. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's the real deal.
Yeah. Well, I'm a different type of cheese too, so I understand that. So there you go.
And we've got maple syrup too, right? Don't forget the maple syrup. That's big.
Right, and maple syrup candy.
Oh, that's right.
We had a neighbor that would always bring us tons of the maple syrup candy every year when she came back from Canada.
And Caesars.
Yes, Caesars are from Calgary.
Caesars are
They
from
were-
Calgary.
Yeah.
We also got Nanaimo bars from Nanaimo on Vancouver Island. So
Are they actually from Nanaimo?
they actually are. Yes,
okay.
I lived in Nanaimo, so.
Well, I didn't.
I'll have to come up and check it out. I've got another pirate joke for you.
Oh, God.
Why was the pirate arrested in the street?
I don't know why.
For selling booty.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Yeah, usually I have jokes, but I don't have any right now.
Yeah, you're usually good for jokes.
I always have good jokes. Not all my jokes are good jokes.
Yeah, they're not all appropriate.
That's right. Some censoring must occur. Well, I'm really happy that you two hopped on. That Chad, we had our coffee chat, and you're just getting into the live thing, and you committed to it, and you showed up, and here you are, and you brought Maggie too, and you're not lurky who's and yahoos in the comments because you're here with us, and we see the dog as well, and it's all been very exciting. Some serious, some shout outs, some silliness. That's what this is all about. Yay!
Yes, yes.
It's
always good. It's always good. Yeah, it's always good to have new faces on here, and I love to see it. It's always fun. I think one time, I forgot when it was. I believe it was when I was in Vegas. I think it was the most people we had on this. I think we had like 8 or 9 people, and it was really cool. It looked like an episode of Hollywood Squares, if anyone remembers that, literally, or the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch, yeah.
Hopefully, we'll get back to that. We can have up to 10, and maybe moving it up an hour will help with that. We'll see. We'll see what the folks say, and go from there. Because, the world is our oyster, and we can move it around the plate as much as we want.
That is true. You're right. We can do anything we want. We can do anything we want if we put our cheese to it, our minds to it. All right.
All right, guys. Let's wrap this up. I'm pretty much done, unless you have anything else important to share.
I just want to say
goodbye.
I want to say one last thing just about Jamie, you were saying earlier about just not being afraid to use your voice. I think that is really important for all of us because there's so many people who are afraid to use their voice, and they're empowered by reading what other people are saying, and just it gives them that hope that, okay, you know what, other people are going through this, so it's important.
Yeah, it is. It is so important. In fact, I've been having a hard time, showing up every morning. That's part of why I started doing the morning lives, even though they're not, pre-announced and at the same time. And I know nobody's going to be there. But then I get these messages from people that are like, oh my God, that was the best thing at the right time. And this was happening. And you just really uplifted me. And I'm like, see, I can feel it right now. And it's radiating
and endorphins. Yeah, it's great. And I wish I could see more of what you do during the day. And I try to I'm so busy usually that
you're so supportive in between, and that's necessary too, because what you do is just as necessary as those of us that can toss the posts out. Right. Because that's what keeps them going and keeps them bubbling up so that others can see. And that, they're necessary together to make it work, to make it happen. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give yourself a hug. Yes.
Everybody have a good night. Don't forget tomorrow's Social Saturday. Have fun with it. Introduce yourself. Come on my Social Saturday post and introduce yourself and talk about if you're open to work and say hi. Tell us a hobby of yours, whatever you want. Let's have some fun tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yay. All right.
Nice to talk to you.
Yes. Nice to talk to all of you too.
Yeah, thanks very much. Have a great weekend.
We'll see you again.
You too. See you guys later.